All right, today we're going to solve some more word problems using our four-step problem-solving method. Remember, the first step is to read the problem 2 times. Our second step is to circle and underline important information. Our third step is to draw a visual model. And our fourth step is to check and solve and check our answer for reasonableness. So let's start with our first problem. I'm going to read it 2 times. That's my first step. The Jones family bought 4 bags of candy to prepare for their trick-or-treaters. Each bag of candy had 315 pieces of candy in it. How many pieces of candy did the Jones family buy? All right, I'm going to read it again to make sure I understand it. The Jones family bought 4 bags of candy to prepare for their trick-or-treaters. Each bag of candy had 315 pieces of candy in it. How many pieces of candy did the Jones family buy? Okay, now I'm ready to circle and underline important information. I know that the Jones family is buying candy. They bought 4 bags of candy to prepare, and each, there's an important word, bag of candy had 315 pieces of candy in it. Now underline my question, how many pieces of candy did the Jones family buy? That's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, now I can draw my model. I know they have 4 bags of candy, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in each bag of candy, there were 315 pieces of candy. I notice that this number is repeating again. Repeating signals to me that I need to multiply because multiplication is the same thing as repeated addition. So I have 315 pieces of candy 4 times because there are 4 bags. So I'm going to multiply 315 times 4. Okay, I know that 5 times 4 is 20. I carry my 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. And then 4 times 3 is 12. So I drew my model and solved. Now it's time to check for reasonableness. How many pieces of candy did the Jones family buy? That's the question I was searching for. So I figured out that the Jones family bought 1,260 pieces of candy. I've solved my problem because I've answered that last question. Let's try another one. All right. A group of 8 friends went trick-or-treating. Each friend got 130 pieces of candy during their trip. However, one friend lost their bag of 130 pieces of candy. How many pieces of candy did the group of friends have left? Right, I'm going to read it twice, make sure I understand. A group of 8 friends went trick-or-treating. Each friend got 130 pieces of candy during their trip. However, one friend lost their bag of 130 pieces of candy. How many pieces of candy did the group of friends have left? Okay, now I can circle and underline important information. So I know there are 8 friends that are going trick-or-treating. Each, there's that word, friend got 130 pieces of candy. Each usually tells me I'm going to multiply or divide. So there are 8 friends. Each one got 130 pieces. But then one friend lost 130 pieces of candy. The word lost tells me that they're losing it, so that must mean this number would get smaller because it's gone now. Okay, so they lost 130 pieces of candy. My question is, how many pieces of candy did the group have left? Okay, I've found my important information. Now it's time to draw a model. So I have 8 friends. One friend, 2, 3, and all the way to the 8th friend because I don't have room to draw 8. This friend got 130 pieces of candy. This friend got 130 pieces of candy. This friend got 130 pieces of candy. And so did this one. So I see that number is repeating over and over again. When a number repeats, that must mean I multiply, because multiplication is the same thing as repeated addition. So first, I need to figure out how many pieces of candy did they get. So each one got 130, and there were 8 friends. So I'm going to multiply 130 times 8. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 3 is 24. Carry my 2. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 2 more is 10. So I know that the group collected 1,040 pieces of candy. Let's go back to the question to see if we're finished. It says, how many pieces of candy did the group of friends have left? Oh, yes, I remember. One friend lost their candy. So I know that the group had 1,040 pieces of candy, but then they lost 130. So if they are losing something, that means they are subtracting. So I need to subtract my total pieces of candy and the number of candies that they lost. So 0 times 0, or 0 minus 0, sorry, is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. 0 minus 1, I cannot do that, so I'm going to borrow. Now I have 10 minus 1 would be 9, and then 0. So after subtracting, I found that the group had 910 pieces of candy left. Let's check for reasonableness. I'll go back to my question. How many pieces of candy did the group of friends have left? So after I subtracted the 130 pieces that they lost right here, I figured out that the group has 910 pieces of candy left. That 4-step model really helped me figure out the answer to this problem. Now it's your turn to solve some problems.